Hello, friends. How are you today? I already started one video and I had an interruption, so I thought I'd better start over. I hope you guys are having a fantastic beginning of your week. I know that it's gone really well here in the classroom. And with the impending weather coming our way, I just wanted to touch base on a few things with my video newsletter this week, trying to get everybody back up to speed where we're at with that. And if you didn't know, and some of us may not know, that we did change the rules in our district where instead of just having a no academic day on a snow day, we're actually going to have the kids do some work, and in turn, we'll be able to count those days as attendance days, and we won't need to make them up at the end. Which to me, thank you, because there's nothing worse than having an emergency that we make up at the end of the year because the kids are shot. They don't want to be here, and they're not very productive days. So what we'll do, back in October, our coaches created packets for everybody, put them in envelopes, and we sent them home. Now, I'm not so sure that everybody's got them. That's why I wanted to touch base right now. I know my wife hit ours so that I couldn't lose it, and she knows where it's at. But if you want to start looking for those packets, it's been a while since we had those. Please make sure that you have it. And the only reason what's going to happen is there's I don't even know how many pages are in each one, but the kids will do that work during the day. It's nothing's new. It's all review. The kids will practice those skills. They'll bring it back the next school day that we're here in person, and then that will be their basically mark that they were present. That'll mark them present for that day, and keeping it nice and simple. I was talking to a couple other teachers who had looked at it, said, "Oh no, the work's good. The kids will, it'll probably even be fun for them." So. If you can't find your packet, let me know. I told the kids this morning, hey, go home, look for it. If you can't find it, let me know. Either I can print one or I can email you guys one, whichever would be easier for you, so that you have it. I do know that I've had a couple students added to the classroom. I've already printed theirs, so I've sent it to the printer. I got to get it off and get to those kiddos so that they'll have it. I will be available via email if we do have an emergency day. So if you need me, or the kiddos need me, just have them email me. I'll have it up and checking and so forth. We'll be doing my kids' work as well. So I'll be there if you guys have questions and whatnot. We're a week or two weeks into our new math program. Hopefully everybody's adjusting well, and you've had opportunity to pay attention to what the kids are doing and so forth. We just finished up a unit on geometry, and we're actually, today's schedule is actually changing by 10 minutes during our afternoon to allow a little bit more math. In talking to Mrs. Fletcher, I asked her, I said, hey, with COVID and kids and where everybody's at, what do we need to make sure our kids need before they get to you? I said, how can, between now and the end of the year, what's number one, if you could only focus on one thing, what do we need to have them doing? And she said, math facts. And I said, well, obviously my class is pretty far ahead, but, she goes, please just make sure the entire fourth grade knows their math facts. We can get them caught up on everything else, but when we have to spend hours and hours and hours helping them with their math facts. So there's going to be a big push again for math facts from their math teachers. Don't be surprised if you see it a lot. The good news is the majority of the kiddos in our class have them rocked out. They know their facts, and they'll be moving on to different activities for those teachers. But the kiddos that are still a little bit behind, we'll be helping them to get caught up. So don't be shocked if you see that coming through math. The MyPath app has been a big success. It's based on their MAP scores and their MAP testing, and it guides their practice with MyPath through what they did and couldn't do in their math testing. And the kids can access it and so forth. And I know I've talked about it in a couple other newsletters, but the one thing I'm really starting to find, not with just our kids, but with other teachers who have had some kiddos really dedicate a lot of time to their MyPath work, I've seen huge strides in kids' ability levels by just working, you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes an evening on their MyPath, reading and math, taking turns. I know personally I'm having my kids at home, and it's an optional kind of thing. The kids just go in through their Google account, go to Clever, scroll down the bottom, scroll down the bottom, click MyPath, and it guides them through it. It tells them what to do. The next question's up and so forth. But I'm even having my kiddos at home do it. One loves it, one's indifferent. But I love it. We did have a challenge last month. They're adding up the numbers now to see what grade level won. But I'm going to keep encouraging them. I might even start a challenge with the other fourth grade classrooms, because I'm seeing how huge of gains that our kids are making. So if you got time, your kid gets bored, and you don't know what to do, have them get onto MyPath. And not something they need to be on every day for hours and hours and hours, but anything on there is a benefit. So, talk to your kids about it. If you're not familiar with it, they can walk you through. They know what it's all about. So, Valentine's party, I don't know if you guys, I don't even know if they sent out a message. I can't keep track of all of it, but due to the increased numbers in COVID and so forth, and just trying to keep people healthy and safe, the actual parties that we had been having have been canceled. I really haven't thought that far ahead of what we'll do instead. Maybe, I don't know, play a couple games, watch a movie. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. But if the kiddos want to pass out Valentines, I can pass out I'll pass out or email a class list to everybody so that you have the kids' names for Valentines. The only thing that I ask is if your kiddo does want to give Valentines, just make sure they have one for each kiddo in the classroom. Just so no feelings get hurt. Is it required? No. Don't feel like you have to. It's not that important. But if you want to, I do believe the art teacher, Mr. B, will be creating and decorating bags for them to put their Valentines in and so forth. So like he's done in the past. The last thing I want to touch on, the kids have created, they've chosen a word that to them is a meaningful word for this year, for 2022. And we've done a couple things. We've created a Google Doc or Google Drawings where we got them hanging up in the classroom with their word and how they see it and how it represents, something important to them. They're coloring it. We're hanging out in the hallway, basically just doing some things to help them use their word more actively. And Mrs. Kuhn, whose birthday it was yesterday, before she passed, her first real year where she was battling her cancer, she had all of us choose a word, and she had chose a word, and the word I chose that year was exceed, and it's still hanging up here on the wall. And I told the kids, I said, hey, I've done this since Mrs. Kuhn had to do it, had us do it a few years ago as a staff, and I love doing it. We had the kids do it a couple years ago, and they really liked it. So the kids have all picked a word. Ask your kiddos what word they picked, why'd they pick it. Help them to incorporate it into their day. I know it's been helpful for me, and if we can just get our kids to, apply their word, to their daily lives, and if it helps them be more successful and more confident and overall just happier, why not? So ask your kiddos about it. Ask them what they made, how they're coloring their picture and so forth. Those will all be things we'll send home in time, but they've done some fantastic work. Wow. Our class is so talented. And with that being said, I'd like to welcome the 2 new families that have joined us, I think since the last time I did a video. I think, one kid will start tomorrow. Tommy started a couple weeks ago, and I don't think I've made a newsletter video since then. So welcome. Feel free to go back through the YouTube channel and watch any previous newsletter videos that I've made. But welcome to the family. It's a place that, we're just trying to have the best school year ever, every day. So if you guys ever need anything, please reach out. Love to help you guys however I can. And welcome to the family. And with that, everybody else, it's time for me to go get the kids. I hope you guys have a fantastic next week. Let's hope that the weather is good. Hopefully everybody stays safe, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.